I still don't know why I followed him that day, but what happened that day, I'll always remember. I had just moved to this little town. My dad found a job here, of all places. We left the city, and I had to say goodbye to all my friends. We moved at the end of the school year. Dad had arranged everything already. New house, new school, new company car. All at the other side of the country, and for me, it felt like being at the end of the world. Okay, the new house looked nice and big, and my room was twice the size that I'd had before, but I hated it to be there that day. So, I just took off.
Hits here on the station that makes you want to listen. Oh, I wish I
was. Megan! Megan! Those are yours. I'm on my break.
No problem, Mr. Sims. Lazy bastard.
What?
Nothing, Mr. Sims. It's a full moon tonight.
Ah, that's the old weirdo again.
Don't you want to know why?
Why what?
Why he does what he does. Every month on the day of the full moon, always taking the same picture. It's almost 30 years by now. There must be something to it.
Just an old weirdo taking pictures, that's all.
So you don't want to know why?
I know why. He's mad as a hatter, that's why.
Hey, Gan! Why don't you take a picture of him? Cheers.
Mr. Gant, how nice to see you again. How's your old Volvo doing?
I'm a new kid in town from another world. Was a player in a different game. All I'm trying to do is to get a grip when nothing even looks the same. I'm riding behind you and need something to hold on to. I'm riding behind you.
A good 20 minutes later, I was still following him. No clue where I was going, nor, as I realized suddenly, no clue where I was. I just followed him. Turning around wasn't an option. I'd probably get lost, big time.
By the way, my name's Simon.
Why did you follow me?
You asked me to follow you.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Dumbass.
What's your name?
Edward, but they all call me Wild Eddie.
Why?
Do you always have to ask so many questions? If you want to be part of my secret, just shut up and follow me.
But I don't know anything about Secret, Edward.
If you call me Edward one more time, I will change your face into a pizza. Are you in or out, Bram?
On the days where he'd follow his routine, he'd go to town, do his shopping, pick up his mail at the post office. Then he would drive to Bellevue Park and walk around for a bit.
Hey, old man, why don't you come over and join me for a beer?
As always, he'd end up at the old bandstand and sit down on the steps of it. Ambrosius would sit there for hours, thinking about times long gone. The melodies that would come to him were put on paper. Every time a new song, a song for Alice. Then, when it was time to go, he'd leave the park and off to the place where it all started. It was the most important thing in his whole routine, trying to capture her image once more. But not on the day that I met Eddie.
Come on, buddy. Let's go. You know what time it is. Come on. Come on. Hey, buddy! This way. Come on. What's up, buddy? You know we have no time for games. Not today. No time for that. Okay, if you insist, you're the boss. Go check it out. What's up, buddy? You seeing ghosts? Well, let's go, buddy. Nothing to see here. Weird little dog. Getting old, I guess. How could I forget? How could I forget the camera? Oh, this cannot be happening. Toby, we have to go back home. Somehow I forgot the camera. I don't understand, but I did. And why did you want to go into the game room this morning, eh? What was there to see?
That's where we're going.
What? You live there?
No, simple Simon. Me and you are going to have a look inside.
What? You're gonna break into someone's house?
Don't worry, we're not going to steal anything. We'll just have a look around for a bit. The old widow will be in town till 11 at least on a day like this. It's a full moon, you know.
What old widow?
Mr. Gant, of course.
Eddie, wait! Ed! Edward! Shit! Eddie, come back!
Boo!
Eddie, wait! Eddie! Ed! Edward!
If you call me Edward one more time, I will change your face into a... Oh, shit, man, you motherfucker! What did you do that for? That hurt!
You scared the shit out of me back there, Eddie. I want to go home, and I need you to show me the way back. So cut this bullshit and let's go.
I just wanted to see the lion again.
It was wrong what we did that day. I still remember the punishment I got from my parents afterwards. Mowing the lawn and taking the rubbish out for the rest of the summer. But if we hadn't done what we did that day, things would be very different. After Eddie told me his story about Mr. Gant, he told me about the house and how he found the lion. The first time, he just wandered around the garden. The second time, he got curious about what was inside the house. He told me later that he'd lifted the flower pot by pure chance. At his own home, a spare key was hidden underneath the flower pot as well. Eddie just wanted to share his secret, and somehow, I got lucky. He had to show his trophy to me, and promised, on his best honor, to take me back home if I'd come with him for a quick look at the lion. The house smelled exactly like it looked. I still get goosebumps thinking back at us sneaking in that day. The whole room intrigued me.
Hello, Mr. Lion. Ta-da!
It looked like the big hairy cat could walk away at any moment. But it just stood there, frozen in time. Some of it is still a blur. Most things I remember, but some details and a lot of things I couldn't know about at all at the time were filled in later. I knew this type of camera. It was a Polaroid Land 100.
Eddie, smile.
What did you do? Now he will know we were here.
Don't worry, Ed. It's a Polaroid. Here, you just pull this yellow strip, and there it is. You'll have to let it develop for a few minutes, but then it'll be ready. You can have it if you want, and then you can look at your lion all the time. It'll be our secret, Ed.
Okay. Cool. Like you're thinking. It'll be our secret. Now you stand at the line and I make one of you. You must have one too. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Don't wait for me, little friend. Go find it. What are you both doing here? What the hell did you do? Look what you've done! No! She's gone forever. How can I ever... No!
Sir, can you hear me? Eddie, go find a phone, quick. Dial 112. Sir!
Okay, but, I'm sorry, Simon. This is all my fault, Simon.
No time for that. Eddie, go find a phone.
Okay, yes, a phone. Don't worry, Simon, I'll make this right.
Sir!
Wait here.
Can you hear me? Sir! Sir, please wake up.
Okay, yes, but hurry, okay?
Sit down. And who is she then?
Who?
Where is she?
Where's who?
The lady?
What lady?
This young lady here. Where is she?
What the hell? I've seen her.
More than 350 pictures of an empty bus stop covered the cabinet, next to the last picture Ambrosius ever took of Alice. I took care of Toby in the 4 weeks Mr. Gant was laid up in the hospital. My parents and I visited him almost every day. The doctors spoke of the old man's miracle recovery. They thought he'd stay in his coma forever. But after 6 days, he'd opened his eyes, and the first thing he asked for was me.
So, you must be Simon.
Yes, sir.
Please, Simon, no sirs. Call me Ambrosius.
Sir, I brought your dog.
Hey! Hey! Hey, buddy, hey! How are you, huh? Yeah, I missed you too, buddy. Hey? You knew, didn't you, huh?
Excuse me, Mr. Gant, but dogs are not allowed in this hospital. I'm sorry.
Too much excitement doesn't help your situation, Mr. Gant. The dog has to go. Anna.
See you soon, buddy. See you soon.
Mr. Gant?
I must thank you for saving my life, Simon. If it wasn't for you that day, I would not be here today. But you didn't just save me back to the house. You gave me the chance to see her again. And I did, Simon. I did. Alice spoke to me a few days ago and told me what she had done. She visited me in one of my comatose dreams, but it felt like she was there for real. She made me come back to the house. She made me forget the camera. And she knew that you and your friend would be there. I know this must seem absurd and unbelievable. But it's true. Most important thing she told me was to stop suffering about her and to start living again. guess I have to do that. Maybe I still have a few years left.
Is that her?
Yes. That's her.
Ambrosius told me everything that had happened that one day, many, many years ago. The story he told me touched me very deeply, and although I was only 11, I understood his pain and loss. I understand it even better now. Ambrosius met Alice at one of his piano concerts. They fell in love, and a few months later, Ambrosius proposed to her at the bandstand at the park.
I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too. Call me when you get there, okay?
Yes, I will. I love you.
Alice, smile. No. Oh, no.
Before the medics could get there, she died in his arms. Mr. Gant blamed himself for a long time over this. In the following years, Mr. Gant developed his routine in memory of Alice. Every month, he'd go through the same thing again and again. After spending the hours he needed at the park, he would then go to the place where the accident happened. He would line up his camera exactly as it had happened, so that at exactly at 22:43 and 24 seconds, as shown on the clock at the bus stop, he would push the shutter, hoping to capture her on film one more time. The room with the photos and the shrine was his ode to Alice. Even the phone Eddie had used to call the ambulance stood there as if hoping it would ring one more time. Hey, little lady. No. Daddy's doing fine. What? Oh, that's very nice. I love you too. I'll be home soon, okay? Bye.
Ready?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. After 3. 1, 2, 3! Oh. 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 I think time has come to introduce you to your new owner, Mr. Lion.
Oh my God, Mr. Lion!
We became close friends. Very often, I'd listen to him playing the piano at the house. He even tried to teach me a little, though not with any real success. Apparently, I have no rhythm.
Isn't it that note?
No, it's not that note.
I remember the fountain. The sounds of water hitting water reminded Ambrosius of a never-ending applause. His routine may have looked strange to some, but his mind was that of a true genius. In the 32 years since Alice had passed away, Ambrosius built an enormous legacy of brilliant piano music, all dedicated just to her. No other great composer had ever done the same. And then the best thing happened. Ambrosius performed again, his best concerts ever. Songs for Alice. Ambrosius Gant died, sitting peacefully in the evening sun, overlooking his garden, 96 years old, and almost 15 years after that one day that changed all the others. A few weeks after Ambrosius's funeral, I got a call from his notary. The will stated that half of his wealth should go to charity. The rest would be left to Edward and me. You might think it all worked out for us in the end, and in most ways, it did. But the reason I'm writing down these memories is a rather sad one. I was reminded of the whole story because my wife died a few days ago, seconds after I took a picture of her.
No parades to line your way. Though your hands may bleed and your body may lie broken, every storm must soon give way. Raise your head up high, raise your head up high, so the heavens hear you cry. Light the brightest the rage inside you die. One day you'll find the signs in every motion. Close your eyes so you might see. Time will hold you still every second of every hour. Let your actions